Hello and welcome back to Long Switch Academy. This is your host Shubham. Today I'm back again with a new assignment for you, that is a real estate lead cycle management system. As you know, we have started this series to make you think like a Salesforce admin or a Salesforce professional. So with that, keeping that in mind, we have launched this series where we talk about all the what I say talk about all the possible use cases or all the business scenarios that you should think when you start implementing some project for your Salesforce client. So here, let's quickly begin. I'll quickly walk you through the requirements. You just go and practice them in your what I say developer org or in your playground. In case you need some help, do reach out to me at shubham@longswitchacademy.com. I'll try to help you out with that. Even you can also put your queries in the comment section of this YouTube video and we'll go through that. So let me walk you through the requirement here. So here the project name is Real Estate Lead Lifecycle Management System. We gave the client a name as PrimeProperties. The industry would be real estate. In Salesforce, it is important to know for which industry you are serving or for which industry's client you are working, so that you know what that will help you to decide what are the industry standard for that particular industry, and accordingly you can design your solutions. Remember, Salesforce is for businesses, for users, so you have to adjust it or what I say customize it according to the industry standards. So this documentation is all for demo and the what I said training purposes, so do not take it otherwise. In case we miss something, to let me know. Before we begin in this video, if you haven't subscribed to Long Switch Academy yet, to subscribe to it now and do let us know how our content is helping you. This is your host Shubham. If you don't know me, then let's begin. So the first business background, let's talk about the business background for this project. The PrimeProperties is a fast growing real estate company which deals with residential apartments, luxury villas, and commercial properties. The company generates leads from website forms, digital advertisements, and property portals. Again, I'm just walking you through how you will receive your business requirements when you work on actual projects. I tried keeping it in that way. Now, the problem or the challenges that the company is currently facing. Number one, leads are not assigned properly to their sales team. Sales agents fail to follow up on time with the what I say customers, so that they are losing their leads. Managers lack visibility into the sales pipeline. Even though sales agents are working with multiple leads, but their managers don't know what is there in the pipeline and at which space or where at currently at which stage the leads are staying, and the conversion rate is approximately 8% only, which is very low. So this is the problem that this business is facing now. Along with the this is the current situation. Now they have also identified the core problem areas for themselves, and this is how you will receive in your real world projects also, when client will tell that okay, this is our current situations and these are the core pain points that we have highlighted. Here they are saying that the first core business problem is lead leakage, which means they are receiving the leads but the team is unable to follow up on time, therefore they are not getting contacted, and in the entire process they are getting lost. Second, the lack of ownership. The sales team or the managers doesn't know to whom a particular lead belongs. There is no clear assignments of the leads, so there is no ownership established that okay, so and so person is responsible to contact particular set of leads, so that is missing. Then the third, poor follow-up discipline. For example, agents are generating leads, recording them in the system, maybe in Excel, but they are not doing follow-up on time. In that case, the lead will feel that the business is not giving them importance and they might lose it. Now the fourth and most important point is no performance tracking. Your team is working hard 24/7, but they are not, or they are unable to produce the results for you. Then you would think where the team is lacking, what is going wrong with the team. For that you will need key performance indicators, that is KPI, that will only be available when you have the proper data arrangements or data sets available in your CRM. Otherwise, how would you know which sales agent is working well, who is not, where the team is lacking, or where the lag is happening, like that. So there is no visibility into the performance. That is the core business problems that they are facing. Now, as a Salesforce admin, your core project objective would be design a system that automatically assign leads, ensures every lead is followed up, tracks the life cycle, provides the management with the great visibility. This is what we have to achieve as an Salesforce admin. Now, the functional requirement for this project would be, first we have to establish the fields to capture the proper information from users on the leads, such as some of the required fields would be name, email, phone, city, the budget with a pick list at low, medium, high, then property type, in which type of property, let's say apartment, villa, or commercial properties the lead is interested in, the lead source. These are the basic required fields, and some of the custom fields that we can think of is lead status with appropriate options, lead activity date that should be automatically tracked, lead age. Just think, see, this is how the clients give you the requirements. You have to think whether these are available as a standard fields or not. If they are not available, then and then we should be creating custom fields. I try to keep this like of statement of work that we usually receive from the clients. The second functional requirement would be to develop or design and lead assignment logic, that you should have an assignment rules placed in your system where, let's say for example, based on city, based on budget range, the lead should be assigned to appropriate set of users. For example, high budget plus Mumbai based property should be assigned to senior agent, low budget should be assigned to the junior agent. So you have to decide which kind of how the automation should happen around this assignment logic. Here we have, while we design the, what I say, lead automation logic, we should think that we should ensure that every lead should be assigned instantly without manual assignment. So automation should be there. Then the most important part would be follow-up automation. Once you record the lead in the system, it is getting assigned to the appropriate agent or the user. Then there will be a system to do the follow-up automatically. For example, you can think of multiple automations, but here I am just giving an example. We can use a record triggered flow that will be generated, that will run or trigger on the lead creation. And as we successfully create a lead, a task would be created with the subject call lead, for example, due within 1 day. So it kind of it will be a kind of a scheduled action that we can create. And once we establish a first contact with the lead, we should do the setup, the automatically set up the next follow-up task, so that there will be a lead, then there will be a welcome message or something, or once we establish a first connection, there will be next follow-up task, so that we have the hierarchy of the follow-ups with the particular lead, so that there will be less chances of the misses. Lead aging and escalation. For example, sometimes we create the lead, we do the follow up, but we don't hear from the client. There will be no email messages or something from the client. Let's say 48 hours have been passed, you haven't received anything in return to your follow ups. Then you have to send an email alert to sales manager, and you have to update the field that, such as at risk is equal to true, that okay, this particular lead is at risk because even after 48 hours we are not hearing anything from them. So this is a simple idea. Here you have to think what else the automation can do with the aging and escalation. Then we also have to track the status of the leads, for stages or status of the leads. For example, whether what to do when lead is new, contacted, qualified, site visit scheduled, converted, lowest. Everything we have to manage, and we have to add appropriate validation. That now here the thinking part comes in. You have to start thinking like an admin and decide what kind of tracking we can do here. For example, user should not be able to randomly move between one stage to another stage, and accordingly you have to restrict users from doing that. but here you have to think what kind of tracking we can do. Then at the end there should be lead conversion process. Once everything is satisfied, all the data, everything, and you have to then convert this lead to either account, contact, opportunity, and you have to decide based on the business requirements. Once you have set up this automation, everything is done, everything is working smoothly, then we have to create report and dashboard to give the visibility to the management that this is how the leads are progressing. For example, we can create reports like lead by status, lead by source, conversion rate, leads per agent, aging leads, and accordingly we can create dashboards to support these metrics. Sorry about that. And along with that, we also be mindful of the security. That is, the sales agent should only be able to see their leads. Managers should see all the leads of all the sales agents. That kind of security and access control should be there. You can use roles, profiles, and permission sets to control that. These were the functional requirements. For the non-functional requirements, you should be able to design a system that can work with 5,000 plus leads a month. It should be mobile friendly, and you have to design all this setup through the admin capabilities only. No Apex or custom coding is allowed, and your solution should be scalable for the future expansion. So this is pretty much it about the this particular real estate lead cycle management system. Go through this requirement, start practicing in your organization. When you thoroughly go through the requirement, start implementing it on your own. You will explore so many terms, so many scenarios, and you will have so many questions for yourself. And when you do the study on them, you will enhance the what I say, enhance your knowledge as an admin. Then you will start implementing. So do not copy paste from chat gpt, claude, or any AI portals. Try to design the solution on your own. That will make you think like an admin. That's what we believe in at Long Switch. We want you to think like a Salesforce professional rather than helping you mug up the concepts or the ideas. So do let me know what you feel about it. Practice it, and in case you have any questions, any feedback, any queries, do let me know in the comment section below. This is your host Shubham, bidding you goodbye until next time. Keep learning and keep growing with Long Switch Academy. Thank you very much.